Welcome back to Marseille. We have a lot more to see on today's episode, so let's start the show! Behind us is Marseille Cathedral. Now, what can you tell us about it, Paul?
It is a Roman Catholic cathedral, and it is a national symbol of France.
And it dates back to 1896, I believe. And would you believe it? That is around the year that my grandmother was born. And it is all the more magnificent from the front. The Panier is the oldest district in France, and it dates back to 600 BC.
Wow.
This historic district has a great charm with its narrow streets, its many craftsmen, its monuments such as the Ville Charite, which houses the Museum of African, Oceanian and Amerindian Arts, the MAAOA, and also the Museum of Mediterranean Archaeology. The bohemian atmosphere of the district reveals an art of living a la Marseillaise, where it is good to stroll according to your desire. So, Paul, is it your desire to go strolling through the Panier today?
Yes, I think it is a lovely day to do that.
Well, it is very, very sunny. It's quite warm. It's about 24 degrees Celsius while we're here. And the streets are quite narrow. I hear lots of motorbikes in the background. I just hope that they don't steam up past here because we're having a lovely stroll. Something rather fishy going on. Well, there may not be motorbikes, but there are scooters and doggies. What have you found, Paul?
Look at these steps.
Quite steep though, don't you think?
Yeah.
Well, you never know what you're going to find.
Curious.
Oh, curios. Yes, well, it gets curiouser and curiouser. This opens out into quite a large square where everyone is eating. It is lunchtime. But I would imagine that people would be munching their food and drink being gushed down their gullets at any time of the day. Watch out, Paul, there's a car. So there are motors along here.
So this leads onto the port.
Ah, right. More traffic on its way.
This is the port.
The port is right ahead of us.
And look, there are...
What's that? More restaurants and more vehicles. I think I can see our next port of call. Gosh, look at the little train. There's lots of them. They're all lined up the whole way down here. And they start down there. And it does say on it that it's a circuit, a panoramic circuit, And it goes to the Notre Dame de la Garde. Now that is where we were hoping to go, wasn't it, Paul? And my fear is that that is it, up there, on top of the hill, because it is rather prominent and it would offer panoramic views.
Should I refer to...
And if that is the case, then I think we will be taking this little train ride. Oh, that is it.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
I didn't realise it was on top of a hill. Well, it looks as though we'll be taking a little ride on the train, but first of all, we are at the old port.
Ville Port or something.
Yeah, and I have never seen so many boats in one place in my life before. So let's take a closer look. The Old Port is the prestigious theatre where the history of Marseille is played out. It was here that the ancient Greek colony of Massalia was born, which later became the Roman Massilia, and around the Old Port that the medieval Marseille was born. From then on, the entrance to the port was guarded by 2 forts. So here's the information about the Big Tour Marseille, circuit number 1 on the little train, the Notre Dame de la Garde, and it is €10 for adults. It says it's a round trip fare. So, where are we, Paul? Oh, here, at the View Port, the old port. So it does a circuit.
So it goes down this way.
The whole way round. And then it arrives at Notre Dame. Right. And then it continues on down. Well, I think we ought to do that, even if we don't get out. Otherwise, we might have to pay twice.
Hello. Circuit number 1 for 2 people. Thank you. Okay.
Oh, there's the tickets. Right. I guess we just hand them to the guy.
Yeah, where do we... Hello.
Thank you. Keep it for your return, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
This train.
Okay.
You are here or here?
To Notre Dame de la Garde. From now on, small trains will pass by on the parking lot every 10 minutes. Your ticket is valid for your return.
I believe we might be on a Tour de France.
We can take them away if you want to.
Well, Notre Dame de la Garde is behind us, but from here, on top of the hill, there are magnificent views of the port and the city. Can you see the entire city from here?
Yes, and it's magnificent. Just look at that over there.
The best way to get to know Marseille and its surroundings is to climb to the top of the hill where the Basilica of Notre Dame de la Garde is located. Since the Middle Ages, this religious edifice, also called the Good Mother, is considered as the guardian of sailors and fishermen. A symbol of Marseille, the site attracts more than 1.8 million visitors every year. From the top of its 154 metres, the Garde Hill offers an unobstructed 360-degree view of Marseille, an almost aerial panorama to locate the different districts of the city, from the Côte Bleue to the Calancax. A small tourist train takes you up to the Basilica from the View Port. And I have to say, if it wasn't for that small train, I don't think we would have been trekking up here at all. So we better make tracks and take a look before we miss our return journey. Are they uninhabited? So what is there to see? Paul, are you sure that you're allowed to go up here? It says that swimsuits are forbidden.
Well, this isn't a swimsuit, is it?
What is it with me and steps? Every episode we seem to be climbing. Yes, exactly. Our fans are here too, Paul. There we are, some lovely subscribers. Perhaps new subscribers are behind us.
And we're
And there
going
are
to
more steps to come.
the crypts now.
Ooh, the crypt. Is the crypt keeper in, do you think? Well, I think we've reached the summit. And is this the main basilica?
Yes, and then there's a sign that says...
Oh, right. That's why everyone was going shh in the crypt when I was talking. Well, there was a real nautical theme in there, and I'm guessing it represents all the souls that have been lost at sea. What is that I see, Paul?
The Queen.
2 old queens, so it's time to go to the pub. Well, I actually thought the Queen Victoria was quite good, and it seems as though we've scared almost everyone off, because when we went in, it was packed outside, and now everyone's gone. Oh, actually, I've just discovered, look, there's a police cordon over there, and over here at the other side. So something has obviously happened, and they're not oh, I know what it is. They're not letting anyone in, and they're not letting anyone out, and we're stuck in the middle. So what we're going to do? I've got a plan. There is an Irish pub next door. Thank God for that. This is O'Malley's. Now tell me, Paul, what drink do we always find at Irish pubs outside of Ireland, but you never find it in Ireland?
Kilkenny.
Kilkenny Red. Shall we find it today?
Probably.
Let's go and have a look. Well, the Guinness wasn't 100%, I have to say. There was an aftertaste. Now, of course, Guinness does not travel well at all, so it's very, very
It's not that
difficult.
far, though, really.
It's
is it?
not that far, no. I'm not saying it was bad. It tasted okay, but there was an aftertaste, so that sort of tinny kind of taste. So I wouldn't say it was 100%. And the toilets were a bit of a letdown as well. No soap in the gents, and no hand dryer, and you had to use toilet paper to dry your hands. But we've just walked out the side entrance, and behind us it says it's Little Temple Bar. Are we in Dublin?
I don't
And
think so.
Also, I've just noticed O'Neill's as well. So really,
then-
this is a real Irish area.
And then there was also another bar down where we came up.
Yes, you've seen another one as well.
Had Murphy's.
Oh, a
apparently.
Murphy's, right.
So yeah, I don't know.
It's a real Irish enclave around here.
Do you think we should try it out?
Well, we should try something out. This one's not Irish.
No.
So Temple Bar, Paul, what did you think?
It was fine. I think I got it on happy hours. So it was
It was 11 something, wasn't it, for 2
was
pints?
like under 11 euros.
That was pretty good going. So I had the Guinness, it tasted better than the other place did. The only thing is, the toilets were a bit strange. In the men's, they only had urinals. Now, not all men use urinals. I do not use urinals. This is an exclusive on this episode. I don't use urinals, and a lot of men don't. A lot of men sit down to use the toilet, and I'm one of them. And I went to the ladies, and the ladies had no hand dryer. So what's going on there?
The men's didn't have a hand dryer either. So it's equal opportunity.
I suppose so. We're going to take the tram back to our hotel. You have to buy a ticket from the
6
machine.
minutes.
Okay, 6 minutes, that should be enough time to buy a ticket. I've already pressed English. Buy a ticket. We want a solo voyage. One solo. Amount to pay 180. And I guess we just tap for that. Yes, I do want a receipt.
It's there.
All right, Paul, you
Right,
hold
Paul.
on to that one, and I'm going to get another one.
Merci.
Yeah. So I was just a little bit concerned about getting both tickets in one go in case it decided it was for one person. Okay. How do we get it out of here now? Oh, it's stuck.
Do you want me to have a go?
My fingers don't go up here. So there is a oh my god, I'm stuck. My fingers are stuck.
Do you want me to do it?
Right, Paul, you're going to have to try to get them out of here. Who invented this? This is an absolute disaster.
I think I managed to like push it. Push it real
Anyway,
good.
whoever invented this machine needs their head read because it's almost impossible to get the tickets out of the slot.
This is the receipt, and according to this ticket, it says validation obligatory, which means it's valid for 59 minutes.
Oh, I see, once you've actually touched it.
Yeah.
So you touch in on the tram then, I take it.
So we are at Chorus St. Louis. Then we go here, Belsun's Alcazar. Then we go to Saidi Carnot, Republic, Juliet, and then here. So how many is that?
I think that's 5.
One.
Tout événement ou bagage abandonné à notre personnel.
So that's 5.
For your safety, please be alert and inform our staff of any suspicious activity or abandoned luggage.
Đổi trạm vào trạm. Mình đi mua là phải dùng Google Maps.
Bon voyage, my dear.
You can press yours too.
The thing I noticed about these trams when they were passing was that you couldn't see into them, and you can't really see out of them either because there's this kind of like mesh.
However, I think that it's good to keep out the hot sunlight.
That's probably what it is, right?
Because I think that the temperatures are really high. So maybe that's a good thing. I don't really know at this point.
I mean, if you sort of squint and look through the mesh, you can sort of kind of make out where you are.
Yeah, I know. But it's really, really weird.
It's time for the naked truth. If you have not yet subscribed to Paul and Marcus on YouTube, there is still time for redemption. Just hit the subscribe button. Isn't this magnificent, Paul? This is the Palais Longchamp.
Oh my god, it's massive.
I wasn't really expecting it to be this big. Isn't that what they all said?
I thought that it was going to be smaller in scale.
Yes, and there is a massive fountain coming down, and there's also some work going on, so it is being well kept. So it looks as though they've got some new plants ready to put in place for the summer season. A hymn to the glory of water. This monumental water palace castle is closely linked to the construction of the Durance Canal. It celebrates the arrival of water in Marseille and is one of the finest achievements of Second Empire architecture in the city. In the left wing of the building, you will find the Musée des Beaux-Arts, which currently holds paintings, drawings and sculptures dating from the 17th to the 19th century. It is currently considered to be the oldest museum in Marseille, having been created in 1802. In the right wing of the palace, the Natural History Museum houses several collections of curiosity cabinets dating from the 18th century. Behind the palace, the Pleasure Garden, which is very popular with the inhabitants of Marseille, houses an astronomical observatory open to the public. You're flying the flag for the Natural History Museum, Paul.
Yes, so this is the Natural History Museum at the Palais Longchamp. So don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's Paul and Marcus. Subscribe button.
I just love these cows here behind me. And look at the water, how it's gushing. And I'm getting a nice little sort of spritz off it on this really hot day here in Marseille.
Are you getting wet?
No, just a little bit. It's just nice to have this bit of cold water splashing over you. Oh, Paul, look at this. Out there, you can see the Notre Dame in the distance.
Oh my God. I can't believe we went up there.
Yeah. Not so pretty from the back, is it, Paul?
No, it's not, is it? I
But-
think it is all about the front.
But there are some gardens in this area.
Wow, look at that. I think this is my favorite part of Marseille right now.
I was so delighted to find C&A, and I managed to pick up a couple of items that I really needed, and you can probably see them in our haul episode. Nicknamed Saint Fee, Rue Saint-Furiel connects the Canobert to the Place Felix Barret. This pedestrian street is the place to be for shopping addicts and for people who want to meet new people. You will find the most famous fashion brands, jewelers, cosmetic shops, and many others. It is the most famous shopping street in the city, but also the place where young people meet every Saturday afternoon. Well, it may not be Saturday afternoon when we're filming this, but we are young people, so this is definitely the place for us to be. Well, we've come to the end of the shopping street now, and before us is the Felix Barret Castle. Don't know what it is. Please tell us in the comments. We can't seem to find any information about it other than it is a castle.
Massive.
Yeah.
Massive.
And it is also celebrating Paris 2024 for the Olympics, and there's a beautiful fountain in front of it as well. And that's it from Marseille.
It's over so soon, but it won't be over for you. If you liked this video, you could give us a thumbs up. For those of you that haven't subscribed already, hit the subscribe button so that you will receive all of our latest content. And for those of you that want to leave a comment, you can do so as well.
And if you would like to buy us a coffee to help us along the way, the link is in the description. So we will see you next time. Bye.